Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the San Francisco 49ers. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. An option handoff given to Sanders. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They run with Sanders off the option. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. Throwing now is Kaepernick. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Touchdown, Eagles! Miles Sanders, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now, this defense for the Eagles, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
You talk about getting off to a hot start, a shutout right out of the gate. Think of the carryover headed into this one, the residue of that game. That means excellent practices, guys alert, ready to go. They'd love to hang a second one right here, right now.
2nd down. Here's Mostert again. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Now Lance. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. This one caught by Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that? And he's going to go down. It's a sack on Kaepernick. Maurice Hurst breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. It's a second down run with Sanders. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. On play action, it's Kaepernick. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
He's got 1 touchdown pass already in this quarter, obviously looking for number 2, and definitely not playing the check down game.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. To throw, Kaepernick. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown! His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd down, here's Mostert again. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running the jet sweep with Jones. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very solid gain of 27. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Lance, a handoff here to Mostert. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This complete to Jones. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
So, Charles, this, game number 2 in the NFL career, this rookie quarterback, his guys took the loss in the opener. And when asked after that game by reporters how he did, he was pretty curt. He said, not well. What did you see?
Well, first and foremost, I loved his answer to the media because he was being honest. And those veterans in the locker room, they're looking at him to see how he's going to handle things, and they like the fact that he's not blaming other people because I thought he struggled. The only thing is good.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert, his second touchdown on the season. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gold with the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 1. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Pass rusher extraordinaire, D. Ford that time, getting the sack.
Excellent play there by D. Ford, back in form. Remember, in 2020, 0 sacks for the season, but to be fair, only played in 1 game due to injury. What he wants to do is get back to the form he showed in 2018 with Kansas City, a career-high 13 sacks.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the return will stop right around the 25. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the 49ers on one play have taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Flush to his right. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Kaepernick going to throw. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he makes it all the way down to the 31.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
On play action, it's Kaepernick. Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. D. Ford able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett.
And the 49ers are going to have it here just past the 25.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
On play action, Lance.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And he's got his guys a shot for 8 points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
He's going to drop this down to Sanders.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. On 1st down, Kaepernick. Escaping the pressure, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now Kaepernick. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Third quarter starts with a run from Mostert. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 59 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Lance looking to throw it.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shreds the tackle. Still fighting for more. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fistfights.
There to make the tackle, Steven Nelson. Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Here's Mostert. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. One more time with Mostert. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert taking it in from 7 yards away. And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gold with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that leads you into bigger errors.
Flushed out right. Looking here for Smith downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line.
I would say just add that one to the total big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Kaepernick will keep it. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And this is caught in the end zone by Jalen Reagor. Touchdown, Eagles. Jalen Reagor, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. Kaepernick looking to throw for it. That's caught at the 2. And he'll get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Elliott now to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he returns this to the 22. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that'll get you a little bit more brief?
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Don't worry about it, baby.
Touchdown,
I ain't worried about it. Let's go.
49ers. Raheem Mostert, 72 yards. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Going deep here for Watkins. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown. Quez Watkins, 77 yards. And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Elliott good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Once again, it's Mostert. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4, 2nd and 6. The objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 195 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
To throw, it's Lance.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. The Eagles are winning back in this football game. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They'll roll him out right. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards the pickup there. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Kaepernick. Flush to his right. And he fires one incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The kick by Elliott is good. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg. But how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Lance.
And this is going to be intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning, threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And his kick is good. He knocks through his 3rd field goal of the game, and this one is the one that decides it. And the Eagles are going to win the football game. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one, were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Eagles, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.